My Hebrew brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the globe. Welcome back. This is your Moreh Yeshua Ben Uriah Israel, and we just want to thank you for the time you spent in subscribing and praying, and so we just want to thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Thank all my subscribers. We are moving up towards our goal, and as you continue to make your comments, continue to encourage your friends and loved ones to be a part of this in helping and getting some subscribers so we can go live. And my brothers, my sisters, let me say this, we have a whole lot to say, but the 15-minute sessions, you know, we have to keep going and stopping. So, you know, with a longer period of time, we can go more extensively, you know, and share more thoughts, okay? And so please pray and continue to subscribe, and we thank you. In the last session, which this is basically a follow-up session, we're gonna make this part 2 of you know, Yahuwah's appearance to Solomon. Okay, if you remember in the story how Solomon, you know, built the temple, and the whole background of the temple is that David could not, his father wanted to build it but could not, because Yahuwah said in his response to David in building temples that his hands had shed too much blood. You know, David was a man of war, okay? And so Yahuwah honored him in building the temple through his son, Solomon. So our cousin completed the temple, and now he was praying to Yahuwah and asking him for his blessing on the temple. And we see how Yahuwah came in his appearance to Solomon, you know, and you know, give him some warning, and also give him some reassurance what would happen if the people would abide in keeping his commandments and doing the thing that they should. I want to notice here, my brothers, that in 2 Chronicles chapter 7:14, I want you to understand this, because you remember we're talking about the context, you know, taking the text out of the context. Sometimes people just say a verse, repeat a verse, like I said before, you know, and it sounds good, so they repeat it, and it sounds logical and all that, and have not the slightest idea of what involved in this verse. Okay, so we want to look at the verse now again, and we want to look at it from the standpoint that Yahuwah was talking to Solomon, right, about, first of all, three things. First of all, he said his people. He said, if my people who are called by my name, that means the people, the Hebrew Israelite people that he called them by his name. His name is not God. Okay? The name that Yahuwah gave the Israel, the people. Israel, the father, Jacob, Israel, and his descendants. And he called them by name. And in what he set them among people, they were everywhere. And a matter of fact, right now, they're scattered everywhere in the world. All over the globe. They're scattered over the globe now. One time they were in a locality right there in Canaan. Now they're out of Canaan, and they've been all over the globe. Right? They are called by his name. Still called by his name, even though they're scattered. All right. So notice here that the people are involved. Right? The land, Israel, at the time, involved. and then the temple. So we talk about three different aspects right there. Now, people are scattered over the globe right now. So they're in lands, right? And let me tell you this, my brothers. Do you know that the Hebrew Israelite people scattered all over the lands, all over the globe? Do you know that Yahuwah placed them there for special reasons? Remember this? Do you remember? This was not in my studies, but it just come to my mind right now. Do you remember how he said to Abraham, our great-great-grandfather, that he was going to bless the Gentiles through us? Wow! What a blessing. Oh my God. Father, use me to be your instrument of blessing to everyone, including the Gentiles, Father. You remember what he said? Yes, he said that. He said that. So he placed them in different places. They're scattered in places so they can be a blessing. And you know what? They can pray for national unity in those countries that they are located. If they get down and start praying and trusting Yahuwah, that Yahuwah is going to bless them as he blessed the country that they live in. They have to live. We have to live someplace. So might as well we just say, instead of murmuring and complaining about what they're doing to us, pray to Yahuwah that Yahuwah would bless them. Okay? So we see here then that the verse is tied, it's tied up with Israel, it's tied up with the temple, it's tied up with the Israelite people. Because it says, my people, you people, the people of Yahuwah live in the land. Okay? They live in the land, my brothers and my sisters. And so we need to pray. Okay? Now, he can call judgment upon the land if he wants to. We've been saying this in all of the different lands now. I know we're not in Israel now, but this still happening in Israel, things happening in Israel. And the place where we're located, in the United States and in Jamaica, back and forth, back and forth. Okay? In all of the Caribbean islands. There are other stuff going on, pestilence and locusts and all that kind of thing. Look at what's going on with the epidemic. People are dying. Now praise Yahuwah that he gave them the knowledge, the leadership to provide the vaccine so that people, who are willing to take the vaccine can get well. Praise Yahuwah for that. Praise Yahuwah for that. That he give them that knowledge to do that. Okay? But let me say this, my brothers and sisters. He said pestilence and drought. Some places, like, places drought, need water. Okay? Right up in Mississippi.
It's 14 hours.
You see what happened there with the hurricane. I mean, not hurricane, but the rain and the water. And then the water become infected and so on, and people need water. Drought. Water is there, but they can't drink it. They have to get it fixed first before they can drink it. So all of these different things that happen in the world. So a few verses later, my brothers, Yahuwah says, but if you will turn away, okay, and forsake, forsake, and the things that cause us problem is when we turn away from Yahuwah and forsake his commandment. You know, and he's saying to us that we are not to. He said, if we do that, and we go off to serve other Elohim, you know, like we are prone to do that. See a God out there, we just want to go follow the God. We want to find out what that God is all about. Okay, we do that. That's also, we are inquisitive people, you know. We want to go follow them, and then, you know, we see people worshiping them. We see what worshiping them like. So we're going to worship them too. Then he said, if we do that, what he will do, the temple that they build now, the temple that they built, that Solomon built, you know, all of that supposed to be consecrated for Yahuwah's name, all of that, my brothers and my sisters, he will make a byword. That's what he said. He will make it a byword that on an object of ridicule. People will pass by and then look at it and say, what did Yahuwah, you know, do this? Why did he do such a thing? You know? Why did he do such a thing to this land and to this temple and to the people? You know? Then the people, they're going to answer, because they have forsaken. That's the answer there. Because they have forsaken Yahuwah. He is the Elohim of their ancestors. They have forsaken him. Okay? You know, and so Yahuwah brought them out of Egypt, my brothers and my sisters, and put them into the land. And they would not listen. Turn away from him. Okay? These are some of the stuff that happened. They would not listen. And see what happened. Now, they have a temple to worship in and to sacrifice. If they don't listen, if they don't do all of the things that bring glory to Yahuwah and keep his commandment, then he is going to make that temple a byword and a ridicule. And my brothers and my sisters, it has been proven that we have been ridiculed. Okay? We have been ridiculed. Yahuwah made us, you know, to be a light to the Gentiles. And what happened? The Gentiles in turn started to ridicule us. They started to ridicule us. And they've been doing that, and they made slaves out of us. They made, you know, they oppress us. You know, they do all kind of evil to us because of the fact that we have turned away from Yahuwah and have not served him the way we should. So my brothers and my sisters, don't allow anyone to tell you lies. Follow him, because the blessings that he talk about, that he's going to bless us, my brothers, we see that the blessing and the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. The first part of that chapter talks about the blessings, that Yahuwah is going to bless us. And then the latter part of that, my brothers and sisters, it talks about the curses and all the different things that would happen to us. And my brothers, let me say this. No other group of people, okay, let me say it this way. We are dark-brown people, right? The Hebrew people, we are dark-brown people. But as was referring to the Nubians, right? So if we come under the setting of the Nubians, right? I want us to think about us as a people that were called from Abraham to now. And think about the people from Cam. And think about the people from Japheth. And see if any of them, any other group of people go through the things that the people that were called from Jacob went through. Yahuwah made us his people, but because of the fact that we turn away from him, we inherit some of the curses of our ancestors. I'm still going through them right now. So we need to turn away from Yahuwah. Again, my time is gone. And I'm going to ask you to continue to be a blessing to someone and walk with the King. Shalom.